1. All right, everybody, welcome to episode 1 of Thursday Night Kerbal. This is a new career I'm doing. I'm doing a career in 23.5, and I'm quite advanced in it. So I thought I'd try 24.2 and start off with a new career and start from the beginning, and hopefully see how things go. I run a lot of mods in my games, a lot of updated mods, a lot of mods that are updated for 24.2, like TAC Life Support. Station Science is a big one, things like that. I'll have a list below of the mods I'm currently running in the 24.2 game. So yeah, it's a new show I'm doing on my Twitch channel, and I'm going to be doing this every Thursday night around 11 p.m. Eastern Time, if you want to tune in live. If not, we're going to have these up on YouTube every week, have an episode up every week. So hopefully within the next hour I'll be able to get pretty far into career. So basically every episode is going to be going along in science. Now I might do some things before the show and have them prepped and ready to go for when we do the hour-long show, but I'm going to try and do as much as I can during the show. You know, we'll work with our time and everything like that. So, alright guys, so first thing we're going to do is new career. I'm not using contracts because I'd rather just concentrate on the science aspect of it. I'm sure I could do contracts and make money and things like that, but I really want to go through how all the mods work in the game. I don't want to worry about the money necessarily as much as the science and the logistics of how to build these things, how to put these things together, like space stations and stuff like that. Like I said, I could probably be just fine with contracts and all that, but I'm deciding to just forego that and just do the science. Maybe at some point I'll do one with contracts in it too, you know. So, all right, guys. So first thing we're going to do is go in the vehicle assembly building. If anybody has any questions, I'm doing this live right now on Twitch, so I'm going to be taking questions if there are any questions on what I'm doing from the chat, if I can answer them, because I'm no all-pro. I played quite a bit of this game, but even I forget things sometimes and don't do things. So all right, what we're going to do first is turn down our volume on a computer. I'm going to set up now this right here is a plugin that is called Toolbar. It allows you to put buttons up there for certain mods. Like you can see up here, we have Final Frontier, which Final Frontier will keep track of what your Kerbals are doing in space, and will give them ribbons to show off their achievements, to show off their accomplishments. So first Kerbal in orbit will be a little ribbon. First to leave the atmosphere, things like that will all be ribbons for your different Kerbals. So you'll be able to look at your Kerbals and see who's done what, and what his accomplishments are and everything. Definitely Kerbal flight engineer. It's called Kerbal Engineer Redux, but it's flight engineer. Definitely use that. Highly recommend that. Don't need keything in here. TAC Life Support. That is some mod I use that gives the Kerbals food, water, and oxygen. I think it's an awesome add-on. It's one of my favorites, along with Station Science. So now what I can do is actually I'm going to unlock position and size. So what I can do now is I can move this around. So I'm going to put that right up there. Lock position size. So now see, TAC Life Support will show amount with current crew. See food, water, oxygen, electricity, things like that. And Final Frontier will show. See, I only have 3 astronauts right now: Bill, Bob, and Jebediah, and they have no ribbons, no nothing, so they can't do anything. So we're going to start off. We have no science. So what we're going to do, we have nothing really. We are starting with nothing. Now I could send a rocket up right now and all that stuff and get some science, but why not do an easy thing? We'll just take a Mark 1 command pod and we'll put it out on the pad, because science is everywhere. And I'm sure there's a contract for this. If you do it with contracts, I'm sure there's a contract for this too and all that. But I'm going to show you how, science. I'm sure it's now. See, now look at the toolbars change for the outside. See, now we have ScanSat, which is another mod that takes a topography of a body of a planet or a moon. We have docking alignment indicator that helps with docking. And then we have the Chatterer mod. This will Kerbals will say like radio chatter. You'll hear like you hear them say things like, but really what it is it's Russian-American space broadcast between ground control and spacecraft played backwards. So it'll sound like Kerbalese. It's a very cool mod. Very, very cool mod. It's called Chatterer. So there's our basic resources: electric charge, mono, food, water. See, now TAC adds this in. If I didn't have TAC, you wouldn't see all this stuff. You would just see electric charge, mono, propellant. You wouldn't even see that. You'd see liquid, liquid fuel oxidizer if it was a rocket. You wouldn't see food, water, oxygen, carbon dioxide, wastewater, because we wouldn't be producing any of that. That would be contracts, but we don't have any. So we're going to do this real quick, quick and dirty science. So crew report 1.5, keep data. We're going to EVA. Going to get an EVA report 5.6. We're going to board. Alright, we're going to EVA again. We're going to let go. He's going to fall down into a heap. We're going to get up. We're going to back away. We're going to get an EVA report from the launch pad. We're going to keep that. We're going to take a service sample. We're going to keep that too. We're going to grab the ship. Nope, no, we're not. We're going to fly up into the air. Whee! Grab it. We're going to board. So we got launch pad and over Kerbal data. Now, when he was sitting on the ladder, it considered him in the sky over Kerbal, but he really wasn't in the sky over Kerbal. So, but we got the data anyways. So we're all done. I think we got everything we can get. We've got crew report, 2 crew reports. No, a crew report. Yeah, we got EVA from launch pad, EVA report flying over Kerbal shores, service sample from launch pad, and we also have the crew report. So we're going to keep all that stuff. Keep data. Alright, now we're going to recover. $18.5 science, and Jebediah got a ribbon for being the first service EVA. So, cool. Good job for you, Jebediah. So we earned all that science. And crew parts. We're not worried about parts because we're not using money, so we're done. Alright, so what we're going to do is we're going to go over to the science building. Should be able to unlock that. Yep, we're going to research that. We still have 13.5 left. So we've got a decoupler now. We got a little small fuel tank. We got that. We got mystery goo. We got decoupler. So what else can we unlock? We have 20. Okay, so we can't unlock anything. Oh no, wait. 15 something. No, can't do that either. So, but we do want to unlock this because here's all the TAC life support stuff. So this is our next goal right here. So we're gonna go over here and hire some Kerbals. Go with Kerbal and go with Testbed. So we're going to go with them. Alright, so next what we're going to do is we're going to take our science, take our mystery goo, attach it to that. Then we're going to launch it again. Now that should be enough to get us the food stuff. Okay. Observe mystery goo. I'm going to keep that data. I shouldn't get anything from crew report. See, it's already exhausted itself. So we're going to do that, and we're going to recover. Now, a great place to go looking for science is all the biomes. So we're going to do close. So we're just trying to get science. We're trying to get down and dirty science. Done. So now we can go here and unlock. Just trying to get as much science as we can. Right there. So we're going to unlock that. Now we really want to get this, the Science Junior, because you can get more science. Now this module These modules are part of the Station Science series, Station Science mod that I have. Very important for science. You will lock those in a while. We'll lock those in a while. So there's the main science lab. That's the first module of Station Science. Alright, so we're going to close that. Let's see. Alright, so let's go into our vehicle assembly building. Alright, so now we're going to start building rockets. Now here's flight engineer. This is what flight engineer. See, now there's a flight engineer to this, showing me my delta V and my thrust to weight ratio. See? Perfect. Okay. Oh, I can't do it that way. Okay. Alright. Now that's probably more than enough to get to orbit, but I'm going to be on the safe side. Yeah, more than enough. An important thing, don't forget the parachute. And a battery. We're not going to be staying up there for long. A lot of stuff shoved on this capsule, I'll tell you. Alright, so we are ready to go. I don't need a lot of food because we're doing quick and dirty orbit. Let's see now, quick and dirty orbit. And we'll get some science while we're up there. I really should be going for the pole. I really should be going for biomes, but I'm not going to worry about that right now. Oh, see, that's what you have to always think before you do stuff. I almost forgot to put a decoupler on there. Well, that changed it dramatically. That's weird. Oh, I know what happened. Okay. Now, see, now something changed in the staging. See how that's up there now? That, okay, so that's there. That's there. That should be there. Always check. There we go. Always check your staging. Always check your staging. Alright, so we're going to launch. Alright. Isn't that music loud? We'll have to turn that down. Alright, we're going to have to turn that down. That's why I had the music off, I think, because it was just a little too loud. Okay. Settings. Yes. Okay. Okay. Okay, we're gonna resume flight. Now it should make it up in orbit. Should. Not that we need to go now. Not that you need to go to orbit in your second flight. I could be sending them into the mountains and stuff like that, which I still will to grab that science. But we're gonna try this right now. So here we go. Now here's your flight engineer. Gives your apoapsis, periapsis, all kinds of good information. All kinds of good information. So right now, what's our power at? Electric charge. Here we go. 350. Okay. So we're good. Okay. So here we go. Ready, set. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Oh, and I didn't. Now, see, that's a fail. I had a feeling before I brought out here it wouldn't work. But I had a feeling without that other engine would work. I didn't know. Oh, I didn't look at the thrust to weight ratio. That was an important thing. See, 0.75. I didn't look at the thrust to weight ratio. If I had, I would have known that engine wouldn't work. Now look at that thrust to weight ratio. Now see, 2.89. That means it's got almost 3 times the thrust to what the weight is. So you have to have a thrust to weight ratio over 1, which I wasn't paying attention. Fail on me. You have to have a thrust to weight ratio over 1. Over 1. All right, so let's see if this makes it. All right, so let's try that again. Let's try that again. All right, here we go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay. And we can throttle down a little. Oh, now see, I didn't turn SAS on. We're starting to go off course. There we go. Very important. Turn your SAS on. Some weird stuff. All right, now see that little yellow thing? That's the direction you're heading in. Now see how it's slowly coming back to here because now I'm thrusting properly. Now, if you go down here, you'll see how the delta V is burning. Now, I might have underfueled this thing. It's very possible. Now, I'm watching my Apple apps right now, so I'm not going to have enough. So I'm going to give this... Now, you're going to stage. Fire the next engine. Now I'm losing some speed, but I'm still going up. Yeah, I'm not going to make orbit. So what I did was I undercut myself on delta V. I probably should have had about 4,000 or 5,000 at least. But that's right, because we're going to turn this into... Well, maybe I can... No, I don't think I can make orbit. See, not only can I make orbit, I have to make orbit with enough fuel to deorbit. It's not just enough to get up and make orbit. It's enough. You have to have enough fuel left in there to deorbit. So the way she's burning right now, I don't think she's going to have enough left in the tank to deorbit. And if you're wondering why I have 2 of the Google containers on there, it's just for balance purposes. We'll see. I'm going to keep burning. We'll see. Alright, we're doing our gravity turn. Like I said, I don't think we're going to have enough. But I'll give it a try. It's going to be close. Actually, it's not going to be close. Alright, so we'll get some water readings on this one then. If I had had another stage on it, it would have made it. cutting it off because I don't want Jeb to get stuck up there. I've only got 83 delta V left, so we don't want him to get stuck up there. If I did make orbit, but I mean we're not even close to that. But so let's see what we gain readings. We're over the ocean. So we're going to keep that data. Alright. We'll have him do a crew report. Do a report. Keep that data. Okay. So we've gotten 3 good data right there. He should land in the ocean, so we'll get some ocean readings then. So we got upper atmosphere, and we're going to have ocean readings. So that's good so far. So that's good. We're getting good science. So one more stage, and that would have been the orbit easily. That would have been an easy orbit. So. All right, here we go. We're coming back down again. And we still have 1 goo container to take like the ocean readings, so we will fall rapidly. Now see how we're up here, so now I can break out the TAC. Oh, it's already up. Now see how it's telling me untitled. We didn't name the spacecraft. So the spacecraft is this is how much food it has, water and oxygen and electricity on the spacecraft. That's how long, and when they run out of food, water and oxygen, they die. And they go away, and that's it. They don't come back again. So now that's Chatterer. Hear the Kerbals talking? That's Chatterer. Pretty awesome, huh? That's a pretty awesome mod. So that's Chatterer in working right now. Saying, you know, the Kerbals are saying their little. All right, so I'm going to. I'm going to eject that. So all that's left is our parachute. So that's going to fall harmlessly into the ocean, and bye-bye. And so Jebediah is coming out of orbit. Like, he's like, wow, this is great. Look at this. Oh, this is another mod. Glass cockpit. It's a raster prop mod, and you can put different displays up here. Different things you can put up there, like information about the crew. There we go. That should be the ScanSat mod. That would give you ScanSat information. We are entering the atmosphere. I don't want to get back down on that. So we are slowing down. I'll show you once we deploy our parachute. This is another mod, city lights and clouds. City lights and clouds. I love it. The clouds look awesome. I mean, it gives it that extra sense of kind of realism or whatever. It's really a great mod. All right, so. I usually wait till about 150 before I deploy my chute. And chute deployment. And see, now ScanSat's trying to work now. We're not going to do that. There's information. There's crew information about the entire ship. You can look in. You can control it from here pretty much. So the parachute has deployed. And that was the other piece of the rocket hitting the water. So. Yeah, don't fall off. Okay, take that. Board. We're gonna keep that. We're gonna keep that. Wait. Yeah, we're gonna keep that. Okay, so we got two different ones. All right. Okay. Yay. Data. All right, I'm going to try and let go. Take a service sample. Cancel. I'm going to grab. I'm going to board. That's weird. Okay, we're going to recover the vessel. That's weird. I wonder what experiment we had that couldn't be collected. Maybe it's a water, but it's water. Okay. We got ribbons, new ribbons. Splashdown. Withstanding at least 4 Gs. Warning EVA while not in stable orbit. Okay, and we got 45 science on that mission. Look at all that. So we got crew 4 for upper atmosphere, EVA report, EVA while flying over Kerbal water. The water, mystery group from upper atmosphere, and recovery of vessel survived flight. Mystery goo, yeah, okay, so done. So that was quite a bit of science. In fact, that was enough to unlock this bad boy. So we're going to unlock this. Don't think there's anything else we really need right now. Nope, we're going to unlock this. So we're going to research that. Yay, we even got our first station science part. So go back into here. Alright, so we're going to do some work on this. Going to put our Science Junior. Now remember I said one more stage would do it? Well, we're going to test that theory. Now, structural. Let me see here. Now we don't have other decouplers. So what we're going to do is put 3 of those on there. Wait a minute, something's not right here. We forgot to put a fuel tank on there. That's why. It pays to check these things. There we go. Alright, that should be more enough to get us to orbit. Okay, so we've got battery, flight engineer. We've got our new science experiment. We're going to put an antenna on here too. No, only one. Only one. Alright. Now we have ScanSat stuff too. We haven't used that either. Those are sensors that will allow you to scan the topography. Remember you saw that ScanSat button? So. Alright. Now what's going to happen is when we get up there, the Kerbal's going to EVA to get the science out of here. Once we get the science done on this, he's going to come out and he's going to grab that and bring it back to the capsule. That way we don't need this part at all. In fact, we're going to keep these on though in case where we land we need to do another goo test. So yeah, so we're going to do that. This is just another quick and dirty science mission. Another quick and dirty science mission. I think everything looks good. We got a parachute. We got staging. Did we get our staging correct? No. See, that goes with that. Yeah, so there. I think we're going to carry that these boosters a little, but that's okay. Shouldn't really matter. So 5,000. We should be okay. I think. I think. Alright, it should be fine. So as that separates, alright. So there we go. There we go. Yep. Okay, so we're good. Alright, but before we do any of that, what we're going to do is we're going to bring it out here. And we're going to do that Science Junior on the launch pad. And get the science from that real quick, and then we'll relaunch it again. So, let's do this. Excuse me. The materials bay. Keeping the data. Cover the vessel. Now, I still have to do that for all the biomes around Kerbal. You can do that for all the biomes and get that kind of science. More ribbons. Oh, those are the old ribbons. Okay. So 7.5. Next. Done. We'll just re-put that rocket on the launch pad. Alright, so. Alright, so we're going to launch it. Should still be staged correctly. Alright, so what we're going to do is we will turn on our SAS this time so we don't forget. I probably don't even need that much throttle to begin with, but you know what, I'm going to let it go because I want this all to burn out at the same time pretty much. So, alright, here we go. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Oh, she's got some thrust. Oh, this is going to orbit, alright. This is going to orbit. With fuel to spare. I might have over delta V'd it. I don't know. She is going, though. In fact, since we can't... Yeah, I lost all that speed I gained. That's okay, though. Now, see, I made a mistake there. I should have dropped the boosters and that as soon as I ran out of fuel. Alright, we should be good. We only need to get to 70. We only need to get to 70,000. We should be fine. So Jeb is going into orbit. Jeb is going into orbit. Now you can see our delta V is way fine. Now you want to burn, I'm at about 30 degrees. You could go 45 degrees. 45 is fine. Whatever, you'll feel it. You'll start to feel it out. Because you got to kind of look at your speed, kind of look at your height, and then look at your apoaps. So... Alright, my Apple Apps is climbing. Alright, almost to 70. Then I'm going to burn straight. Once I hit 70,000 my Apple Apps, I'm just going to burn straight ahead. Right there. So I'm going to wait till I hit my Apple Apps. 71,527. So I'm going to wait till I hit my Apple Apps. And then I'm going to burn again. And then I will burn my way into orbit. Basically what you're trying to do when you get to orbit is you're trying to go so fast that instead of dropping, you're trying to go so fast that you're overcoming gravity. You're not dropping anymore. And yet the gravity of the planet is holding you from going off into space. So it's like a delicate balance between between going off into space and but not being pulled back down by the gravity. So I'm going to start firing when I get to about 71. I'm trying to get like a nice circular orbit. See how I'm going straight? Now see how my periapse is going down, 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 down? Now I should come out the other side at about 71. Now see how that camera just changed? That means I am now in orbit. No. Now I'm in orbit. Now when I get to 73, whatever, 73, whatever that is, I can burn a little more to just circularize it perfectly. So we are in orbit. As long as you're above 70,000 meters, you are in orbit. There you go. So, like I said, when I get to 73 way over here, when this thing goes wee over here, we can go right there. We forgot to name it. What are we going to name it? I know we'll name it. We'll name it something nasty, something, you know, we can. How about Juno 1? There we go. Juno 1. So Juno 1 cruise ship. He has 3 days of food, water, oxygen. We also have to think about the battery power because there's no solar panels. So the power, the electric charge, is slowly running down because there's no solar panels. So what we'll do is we're going to observe materials base. Hey, in space no carbon, 25 science. Pretty good. We're going to keep data. Observe mystery goo. 10 science while in space. Did I keep that? Yes. Alright, so we're going to save that for anywhere else we might go. We're going to do an EVA. EVA report. Change of the yes. Keep that data. Now notice how it says, I want to show you something. Hold on, let me do crew report. Crew report. Space near Kerbal. Alright, now notice how review store data. I could transmit that for 100%. That means I could transmit that with my radio antenna and get 100% of the science value. Problem is, it would use electricity to use the antenna right now. And I'm going to keep it. It would use electricity that I really can't spare to transmit it back. So I'm not going to do it. But see this antenna right there? That would transmit it back, that little antenna. So we're not going to do that right now. I'll show you some of the others. So, crew report. Cancel. Some of the other ones, if you notice, oh, here we go. We'll show this one. Review data. Now, if I transmit that back, See that bottom value? I will only get 20% of the science for it. I will not get 100%. I will only get 20%, so I only get 5 science. Now, if I actually grab that science and bring it back to Kerbal, I'll get 25. So that's what we're going to do. But how are we going to do that? It's stuck back here. Well, that's why we're going to have to do another EVA. Now you're going to let go. And you're going to turn on the RCS, because all Kerbals have a little RCS in them. Alright, you're going to maneuver yourself down. You're going to go forward. Now, stop. Now, we're going to go up until we get to that bay. Now, when he's just about touching it, try not to get it so. Huh. Well, he should be able to click on it and grab the science. Alright, we'll try that a little more. There we go. Collect data. Yes. Whew, I got a little worried for a second there. Alright, so apparently you can't fudge it. Alright, so we're going to get him back in the spacecraft. Real tiny movements with this thing. And we're going to board. And if you look here, he stowed it. So guess what? Now that science, now this thing is useless because we've gotten the science out of it, so it's a dead part. It doesn't do anything for you, so when we get rid of it later. So now our science is in here. So all that science, that 25 science you saw, is in here, and it's going to go back to Kerbal. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to fast forward and we're going to get an orbit out of this. No, can't do. So you can't warp faster than a certain value. So I want to get at least one good orbit in. So that means we're going to go around past the periapsis. So we have more than enough power to do that. So and now up here is the mission elapsed time. So he's been up there for 28, 29, 30 minutes. Keep going. So he's been up there that long. So we're still good. So we've done an orbit. So I'm going to do one more orbit because I want to come down on the light side. Yeah, we're going to do a nice splashdown. Now you don't have to splash down, but I do because it reminds me of the Mercury, Gemini, things like that. So, okay, so we're going to set up our burn to the orbit, which won't take much. Yeah. Now this is also helping you with nodes. I didn't show you this in the orbit up. Excuse me. But this is where you can put this circle wherever you want to. You can right click wherever you want to on this line. And what you do is you set up a maneuver node. And I'm pulling my orbit. Now with this I'm pulling my orbit in or out, I'm pulling it in. Things like that. See how I'm pulling in now? So I will land there, but I won't because the atmosphere will drag me over to here probably. But theoretically, I should land there. That's where I should come into Kerbal. The purple here, that's up and down, and this will skew your orbit one way or the other. This will, like, you know, kind of turn it one way or the other. So you can put this anywhere on your orbit, anything like that. So we're going to go right there. So bring your nav ball up. See how that point right there? That is where you're going to burn towards. That is where you're going to burn towards, right there. And that shows you how much delta V you're going to need to burn, which we have more than enough. We have 7, so we got more than enough. So I'm going to have to burn 112 of this delta V, basically the fuel, the power in that fuel. It's like the power in that fuel that we have left. And The node is going to come up in 4 minutes, 24 seconds, 22, 21. So we're going to fast forward a little. I'll go back to map view. So that node is in there now. Now don't miss your node. There's a really big thing. If you fast forward, you can miss your node if you're not careful. Now I don't think that 112 is going to take a whole lot of time to burn. After a while you kind of get the idea of how long it takes to burn. So when we get to about 30 seconds, I'll see. So I can just burn a little bit right here. It'll tell me, okay, that's a 4-second burn. So go a little more. Now before I burn, I'm just going to make sure I'm still okay. Yep, I'm still okay. See, the rotation of Kerbal has changed that. Because Kerbal rotated a little, that brought it back here. See, that rotate. You always got to kind of take the rotation of Kerbal into account. So, all right, so we're going to burn. We're going to start burning. I'm going to watch it in. I usually go in this view because it's easier to just see what's going on. Now notice how it's going down. That means you're burning into your delta V. You're burning into your delta V. So that's, you're getting less and less and less. See how the orbit's going down, 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 down now? It's going down, down, down. And good enough. I don't need to burn the whole delta V. I can see I'm going to end up right where I want to end up. So you know what? You can get. So what I did to get rid of that was, I right-clicked on it. I mean, I left-clicked. I left-clicked inside the circle, and I click on the X. And boom, I got rid of it. See, our eyeball's nice and clean. So now I just have to wait out the deorbit. So now we're going to. Now you can do a fast forward like I just did, but at about 60,000 or 62,000, it will stop you. Watch. And it'll say you can't fast forward anymore. All right, 69,000. So once you hit the atmosphere, basically, once you start hitting Kerbal's atmosphere, you can't fast forward anymore. You're done. You're not gonna. It's not gonna let you fast forward anymore. So. All right. So basically, we're just gonna have to let this re-enter, which should not take too long. So our first mission into space was very good. We got our science here. We got our sciences here. Depending on where I land, let's see if we can get any science out of this. Nope. Actually, if I was smart, which I should have done, I didn't think of it, I should have landed in these mountains or something. So I'm hoping to get something over the mountains. Yeah, we're still too high. Beautiful with the clouds and the city lights and everything. Look at the city lights there. Those are all Kerbal cities. And there are the clouds. You can see the clouds below us. Beautiful. It's just beautiful, this enhancement, this mod. I could also do this a little bit. I mean, I could still do a little time warp here. So we'll do that. But you can't do the massive time warp that you can out there. Alright. About 40, I'll let this thing go. Alright. So, like I said, we don't need any of this. We got the science out of there. We don't need it. So get rid of that. See you later. Even though I don't have any like deadly reentry installed or anything like that, you'll still see the atmospheric effects on the ship when she starts to enter the atmosphere. Uh-oh, bye-bye. Well, that's weird. Usually, it goes past, maybe because I was warping. Usually, it's way past me. Alright, so there's the friction, even though nothing really is going on. I mean, as far as heat goes, you know, it's not going to, it can't burn up. If now there's a mod called Deadly Reentry, and if you put that mod in, you have to have a heat shield down here. If you have Deadly Reentry mod installed, you have to have a heat shield down here. You have to make sure you come in at the right angle. You're not going too fast, or you can overpower the heat shield, because that will heat up, and you can have a failure of your heat shield. But I'm not using Deadly Reentry, so I don't have to worry about that. It's just a nice little effect to make you think, oh, that's pretty cool. Look at that. It's re-entering the atmosphere. Other than that, it's not really. I mean, obviously, you're slowing up. You're getting drag on the atmosphere, but like I said, it wouldn't matter. I could come in nose first or whatever, you know, and it wouldn't matter. But with Deadly Reentry, it matters. It definitely matters. Alright, so again, I'm going to wait about 150 before I pop my chute. I think I've already gotten above the water. Yes, I have. Am I going to keep the data? No. I don't know if I got water before. I'll have to wait. What do we get to water? And then we'll see. I don't know if I got water. I know he took a crew report in water and a few other things, but... Alright, so we're just about to pop the chutes. We're a little over an hour, but we've gotten a lot done, so let's finish it off. And we're going to pop the chute. Now the chute won't deploy, if I remember right, until about 500 meters. So, as I said, the chute won't deploy till about 500 meters. And boom. There we go. Yep, well, a little under 500. And there's the rest of our spacecraft. Boom. Bye-bye. Well, flying Kerbal, nope. So I'm going to wait till we land in the water. I think I've already got it over the water or something. So, Jebediah is having a lot of fun. I got to get somebody else up there. Next episode I've got to get another Kerbal up there, because Jeb's hogging all the glory. Jeb is hogging all the glory. And we have splashdown. Yes. Keep that data. Alright. So we're all set. We got all our science. We'll recover it. And Jebediah was the first Kerbal into space, as it should be. First Kerbal to complete an orbit of Kerbin, as it should be. 71 science. Hallelujah. Look at all these ribbons. Flying horizontally, Mach 4. EVA, and yep. First being Kerbal EVA in space. Orbiting. 10% ship mass. We're being the first Kerbal. Yep. Okay, so a lot of... and we got 62 science out of that. Pretty good. So we got crew report, EVA from space, space, material studies, mystery goo from Kerbin water, recovery of a vessel from Kerbin orbit. Done. Let's go into science, see what we got. Alright, so lights, I love lights. Solar panel. Oh, solar panel, very important. 90 though. We don't have 90 science. We will have 90 science though. We will find, what we can do is go to some of the biomes. So I think what we're going to do is we're going to Hold on to that science till next episode. We're going to hold on to that science until next episode. And we're going to get those solar panels, because those little solar panels are important. Those will allow us to stay in space longer and go farther in space. So we definitely want those space. And now this is from another mod I have called Cacti. That will allow us to build telescopes in space. So we will work on that at some other point. So yeah, this will be our goal next time. This will be our goal. Research this next time. So that's going to be it for tonight's show. We're a little over an hour. I want to keep them to around an hour, but we're a little over an hour. But we pretty much we unlocked how much of the tree here? Did pretty good. We got 1, 2, 3, 4 deep in the tree. So we got science tech, survivability, and basic rocketry, and we put him into orbit within pretty much the first hour. So that's a good first hour. So next time we're going to work on unlocking this tree so we can get our solar panels, and we'll continue. Maybe we'll try and get some of the biomes around Kerbal, get some of that science real quick to unlock this. So I want to thank you for watching tonight for our first episode of Thursday Night Kerbal. Hopefully this helps you out somehow. Hopefully it gives you an idea what not to do, what to do, things like that. Like I said, I'll be putting these up on YouTube every week. I'll also be doing these live on my Twitch channel about around 11 p.m. on Thursday nights. So I want to thank you for watching this first episode. If you're at all interested in the game and you don't have it and you're watching this, go out and get it. It's worth the money. When the number of hours I put in this game is really worth the money. So again, thanks for watching. Good luck. Good Kerbaling. And remember, science is the most important thing in the Kerbal universe. Without science, we'll all be Jebediah. All right, take care, guys. And thanks for watching.